Anyway, I wanted to show you guys this thing. So you have this thing, it's career or championship. So if you hit career, so you would start here. Now, I think when you go to, once you get past this first race, I think you get to skip all this stuff. I did the tutorial already, which was a droning bore. So I did that already. You see you see the check mark up on there. Now this, the career is way different from this championship. This one you just go and try different years of cars, and there's really no upgrading or anything like that with the cars. You just go ahead, and we'll just do a real quick race on this one, and then we'll go back to the other thing. So you would just go in here and you put a name, and then you could set this advantage, like an advantage for you, but I just put it at 0, so it's just even. So, and then that's the name of the teams right there. And so that's what year, and it just, you know, just has the different types of cars. But this is the default right here where it says sign in there. That's the default right here. And so that's what I just did. So we'll just go in and do a quick race with this thing. And whenever you're doing this, the boost, it has this boost on here, and it will, every lap that you do, it will refill the boost. I didn't realize that at first, but they'll keep telling you to use your boost. But when you're in the career mode, there's way more options. They'll let you pick the kind of tires you want to use, because in the career mode you got to do pit stops. You got to do pit stops and all that stuff. So, you know, F1 races are like the first corner is always the most precarious. You know, that's always the hardest part of the damn race. See up on the screen there where it says the lap and the gas thing, it says unlimited for the gas, but in the career mode that'll be dwindling, and so you gotta hit at least once. Believe me, these jokers, they will try to wreck you, okay? But when you're playing in the other game, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing because I'm trying to talk. You know, there is a strategy involved in this whenever you're playing in the other game. Okay, so I still got 2 laps to reel these guys in. Now these guys will block and try to wreck you and do that kind of stuff, so the AI is set up for that. Now you can see on the map over there the position. You know, I don't really have to go balls to the wall right now because the guy's pretty far behind me, the second place guy. You know, he's not any threat of catching me. I don't even need to use up the last of my turbo there because he's pretty good distance behind. Okay. So that was Naples. They don't look real happy, but I do. I'm looking happy as hell. Okay, so we're gonna go here and then go back. It says options, but it doesn't want to. Okay. So we're gonna go back. You had to go forward one screen to be able to. So that was championship. Okay, so now we're going to go up to the career and show you the difference in the stuff. So this is the first race. They're making you do this time trial. I did the tutorial, and now I got to do this time trial. And then you can just, after this, I think you can just skip all of that and just go right to the racing. So we're gonna just try it out to see how it goes. I've never tried, even when I was doing the tutorial and all that. They have a flashback mode where you can rewind or whatever. I never touched it. I don't even know what it does. Now I will tell you, when you're in this career mode, there is a huge difference in the way the car handles between the soft tires and the hard tires. Okay? But there's a trade-off. You know, the soft tires, you'll get way better handling. You'll be able to take the corners faster, but the tires wear out a lot quicker. So you have to pit more, you know, when you're using that. So yeah. If the target was 110, I did it 105. But there's a lot of stuff to the career mode. You can upgrade your motors and you know, your suspension and do all that. So it's a totally different game than the other one. The other one, you're just going through the tracks and just racing people. This one, there's way more to it. And then they'll ask you questions, talk about your pit crews and all that stuff on here. So here you go. I got 425 bucks for doing that. You know, so here I can hit my acceleration, do the downforce, get more grip or whatever. So of course we're going to upgrade the engine, the top speed or the acceleration. I like the acceleration, especially in these kind of Formula One tracks. You know, you want to be able to get going faster after you come out of the corner. The top speed, really, you hardly ever get to the top speed on these kinds of tracks when they get to be when they're real windy. So we'll try to hit the acceleration there. And of course I didn't do that, but I can go back to the garage. You have to press the square to buy that. I didn't. I pressed the cross. So we did that. So we got 275 left. So we're going to go in and do some of the aerodynamic mod. So we'll back out of that. Okay, now we got to do this checkpoint race. And then we'll do the regular race. Yeah, it gets pretty involved as this is going on, because you'll have, you know, people on your team will quit and they'll want you to pay money to keep them happy and do all this mumbo jumbo. But it's, you know, it's pretty engaging. So I don't know what kind of penalty that's going to be, because I never did it before. I guess I have to redo it. Oh, it let me go through, even though I missed one of the checkpoints. He did moderately well, it said. Oh yeah, you can do this thing, staff perks. And then right here, low risk collisions. You can replace these things, or you can go over here to your people and boost their happiness. There's the pit crew. Boost, yeah, he's content right now, but he's not happy. So we'll spend a little money on him. Now he's a little bit, he's happy. He's upbeat. Okay. So we're just gonna let that go for now. Okay, so we did all this other crap. Like I said, we're going to get through this first race, and then we'll figure out if... I'm pretty sure you don't have to do all this other stuff every time. Yeah, that you just can go right to the race. You can skip the checkpoints. But you're going to, you know, it's going to let you have a chance to win more of these perks. You know, you can win more money or whatever by doing that stuff, so... Okay, so here's when you start a race, okay? 1 stop, hard tires, 2 stops, soft tires, or custom. Now, I usually start on the hard tires, okay? And then when I come into the pit stop, I switch to the soft tires, so I can have the best handling for the end of the race. That's kind of the strategy that I've been using on this game. Now you can spin out real easy at the beginnings of these races here. If you just like try to hold them. If you hold the gas pedal down, okay, and the thing goes green, and you have the engine revved all the way up, the car will spin out. It'll just do a 360. You know, it'll just go up there and spin around. You know, and as you go on in the game, further and further into the game, the cars get faster and faster, you know, as you get up into these levels. Bad turn there. Wake up, dude. Some of these races, you got to really watch for the pit box because you can miss it. Oh, nothing's happening. It's just Thanksgiving. We're cooking. We're waiting for food. I think I'm going to go one more lap and then I'll pit on the next lap. See, now I just passed some guys in the pit lane. There were some guys in there pitting, so I jumped up a bunch of positions. I'm up to number 2, but... Now you can crash coming into these pits, so it doesn't automatically drive you in here. You have to drive yourself in here. So hold R2 to start fueling, and then you pick your tires over here. I want these soft tires. Now it'll auto drive you out of the pits. But it doesn't auto drive you into the pits. You have to drive yourself in there. Now I put the soft tires on for the rest of the race, so I should have a little bit better grip. So I'm in 4th place now, but I got a couple laps to make it up. That guy's still up there. The guy in 1st place is up there pretty far still. I still got a way to go to catch up to him. Let me get past this guy here. I think he went into the pits, so I'll pass him because he's in the pits. Oh, I got a trophy. It's a UK champ. Okay, well that's good to know. Okay, so I got a little bit of cash there. Okay, so then these kind of things will come up here. Okay, easy starts. Yeah, I'll go with the easy starts. Okay. Yeah, and then you'll get into beefs with the other drivers and they'll leave you messages and all that. Like I said, it's way more involved than just doing the arcade racing thing. And the pins, they've agreed to donate their fees for this race to free the vegetables. Yeah, forget it. Forget the vegetables. I ain't giving no $100 to free the vegetables. That was stupid. Okay, so let's check on my... This guy, okay, forget him. Those are locked. You have to pay a lot of money to add more perks. Okay, so we're good with the perks, so we'll just continue. Okay, so now we're going to Naples. That's the next place. See, now we can go ahead and just go right to the race. We don't have to do the checkpoint race. We don't have to do the elimination race. But those are all places you can see that you can get more money. So, or you can just go right to the race itself. So, I think I'll just go ahead, and you can even just drive around the course if you want, just to get to know the course before you do the race on it. But these courses are pretty much, you know, pretty much all the same. There is a couple as you go further into this where there's, yeah, a lot of hairpin turns. I don't know, I crashed and went off the track a lot. I didn't even win the races. I want to finish. I think I had a 3rd place on one of them. Let me try the checkpoint race. I'll try one of them just to get the feel of the track. I haven't raced it in a while. Oh, let me... Yeah, I'll do that. And then after I do that, I'll check the upgrades again. You can go to the garage at any time. Unless you're like in between menus. Hey, Mike. What's happening with that weather out there? Yeah, same here. It's like 32 today, and the wind's been going like crazy for the last few days. Yeah. Oh, 14 miles an hour, that's nothing. It was like 40 miles an hour here yesterday. We blew all kinds of stuff down outside, so yeah, not good. I want the grippier tires, Park. Okay, so here's some, you'll get these phone calls. Okay, so he's suggesting we do some upgrades. So we did the checkpoint. We're not gonna, I don't think I would do the elimination race. But I'm gonna go up here to the garage. That's 600 bucks. Let's see, we already did that. So we'll upgrade the shocks. We'll upgrade the brakes. Good deal. Okay, so everything is at level 1 now. So that's good. So we'll just do the... Yeah. You know, I think that whether you get over there, Mike, or it comes here, like, in a 2 day or a day and a half later, we get, you know. So, yeah, really temperature drop from yesterday to today. The wind was howling yesterday, but it wasn't as cold. It was like 50 yesterday. Now it's 32 or 33 or something. Really brutal. Okay, we're going to do the same thing that we did last time. We're going to start with the hard tires and then switch to the soft tires halfway through. The thing is, I always have to start at the back. Okay, so I'm dead last now. Yeah, this track's got some real hairpins in it, so you just gotta be careful. And on these hard tires, it's hard to take these turns. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do that here shortly. I'm getting ready to put on the games here in a couple minutes. I'm just finishing up this race. I don't know, these games might not even be any good. I am not doing well in this race at all. Oh man, a crash, yeah. That's the only way I got any spots. Them jokers crashing. Where's that game, Mike? Is that in Detroit or in Green Bay? Oh, that's right. It's always in Detroit. They always get the home game on Thanksgiving. I forgot. So at least it's not, they're not going to be freezing. Yeah, it always is. They always get the home game on Thanksgiving. All right, brother. All right, Mike. Be good, brother. I'll talk to you later. Here's where they have their little driver disputes, and then they put this little synopsis up here, and I'm not, I'll just say he's an idiot. And that'll get him to hate me more. So when you see him on the track when you're driving, you'll see the little red face above the, above them. So that's how that works. Okay, I just wanted to show you that. The different, aspects of the game, the arcade version of it. I'm beef. We're going down on social media. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the garage. So I got 500. Let's see. More downforce. The more downforce, the better. So, more downforce is better than top speed in this Formula 1 type stuff. Alright guys, I'm gonna go and watch some football right now. Thanks Mike for stopping in there, you always do anyway, so I'm gonna take off and go watch that game. So I just wanted to show you how the game worked. You had the, if you go back here, you got the career and the championship. The championship is just like an arcade thing, and then the career does what we were just doing, where you have all the different aspects, upgrades, and doing all that stuff. So yeah, pretty good, man. I think it's kind of fun. You know, I played through it. I'm on the PS4 Pro now, but I played through it on the PS5. I was playing it just a little bit so I could explain the game to you when I got over here to do the streaming. I like doing the streaming on the PS4 Pro better than the PS5, because on the PS4 Pro it has the little pick camera there in the window, and I can see who's actually online and you know, see the conversations that going on. On the PS5 they don't have that. You know, they just keep it all in the full screen, and you'll see what people say, but it just pops up on the left side of the screen or whatever side you want it on. But the text just pops up there, what they say, just for a couple of seconds. You can easily miss it. You know, like Mike was here saying some things. I can still read what he said. He's talking about the Detroit game, and you know, he's going to go watch it, and happy holiday and all that stuff. Yeah, I can still see all that. On the PS5, you can't. It just flashes up there for a couple of seconds, and then it just goes away. You know, a lot of times when I'm on the PS5 streaming, I don't even know who's watching or anything. So I don't. I think the PS4 Pro streaming is better than the PS5. But you know, there's games on the PS5 that they don't have on the PS4 Pro. So you know, it is what it is. I just think streaming on the PS4 is better than on the PS5. But that's just my opinion. Okay, so all right, guys, I'll talk to you later.